Hi and welcome to another Watch Geek Baselworld special. In this video I will cover a couple of models that have brought my attention due to their size, or lack of it. Now if you follow my channel, you know already that I am a smaller wristed guy with a 6.9 inch wrist and also prefer smaller looking watches, which has made the big watch trend a bit frustrating for me, with the sizes constantly being pushed over 42 and in many cases over 44 millimeters. Because of this, it makes me happy to see so many smaller releases, even if some are marketed as ladies' watches, like the Longines. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not a small watch trend crusader and don't think all watches should be 36. I believe one should wear a watch that makes him or her happy and that fits their wrist regardless of the trends or norms. Guys wearing bigger watches have had a good few decades with all the new watches being big, while guys who like smaller watches were forced to the vintage market. Because of this, I always welcome when a manufacturer offers watch in two sizes to make everyone happy, and that's the direction manufacturers should go for, at least in my opinion. Such watch is the Longines Legends Diver, a beautiful compressor-style watch that I fell in love with ever since it came out. But with the long lug design and 42mm in diameter, it just looked ridiculous on my wrist. Now, as if my prayers were answered, Longines introduced a 36mm version of that same watch. And although they're marketed as ladies' watches and come in a variety of happy colors, that doesn't bother me one bit, as I believe that due to the long lugs, they will fit my wrist perfectly. And I actually like the brown one, if that can be called brown. Now the watches will cost the same as their bigger brothers, between 1,750 and 1,950 euros, and are powered by the L595 movement, which is a modified ETA 2000. Since we're talking smaller Longines, they also issued a military watch, another vintage-inspired model that comes in a 38.5mm in diameter and has an incredibly beautiful case and hands. Now if you noticed, I didn't mention the dial, simply because I cannot call it beautiful. If it was done in the color it is, and made look clean and new, I would have loved the watch. But like this, with the fake spots imitating that the watch is 40 plus years old, even though it's new, I simply don't like it. I think it's taking the vintage style too far. Even aged lume is something I started disliking, but if done in a tasteful way, can be okay. But this, I'm sorry to say, doesn't float my boat. Now if we go down this road, what's next? Artificially beaten up cases, scratched up crystals, maybe even add some gunk on the watch just to make it look dirty. I spend my time hunting down vintage watches in as pristine condition as possible, and then a watch company issues a new watch looking like it's in a worse condition than my vintage pieces. I have a 1965 Doxa with a cleaner dial than this. Now despite my rant, I'm sure it will be a huge marketing success and Longines will have no trouble selling them. They're powered by the movement L888, which is a modified ETA A31 that beats at 25,200 bph, which is a bit weird for a Swiss movement. The price will be 2,000 Swiss francs. The next small watch I want to cover is the Oris Big Crown Pointer Date that can now be had in 36 and 40mm, with surprisingly the 36 having more options. So the 36mm version comes in either a bronze case with a very nice light green dial or in a stainless steel case that can be had with a black dial or the same light green one. The stainless steel version also comes in the already mentioned and still very wearable 40mm case. They're all powered by the same caliber 754, which is a modified Sellita SW200 movement, and will cost 1,800 Swiss francs for the bronze version, and between 1,550 and 1,750 for the stainless steel versions, regardless of the size. The last smaller watch I want to cover is proving that even relatively big names are paying attention when it comes to smaller wristed buyers. Is the new Tudor 58 that comes in at 39mm, which is a welcomed change from the regular 41. The watch is inspired by their big crown model, the 7924, and is pretty true to the original. It is powered by the new in-house movement caliber MT5402 that is smaller than their current movements, meaning we can expect more models in their range getting a smaller version. At least that's what I think. Otherwise, why develop a smaller movement? It comes with 70 hours of power reserve, a silicone balance spring, and is COSC certified. The prices will be 3,400 Swiss francs for the bracelet version and 3,100 for the leather strap version. This completes today's video on smaller watch releases, although there are many more, and that makes me happy. Like I said, I'm not for the idea of manufacturers not making bigger pieces. I'm just for the idea of them making more sizes of the same model, so we can all enjoy designs we like. As there are currently too many watches out there that I like the look of, but can't pull off because of their size. Anyways, feel free to comment on the size trend and on my opinion of the fake aged dial that Longines did. Do you feel the same way I do, or do you think it looks great and are okay with it? Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and until the next video, bye.